The big petty car, and last I left off I was putting on the windshield, and I got the back on and I got the front on, but I had to take a couple days off because I was so mad at the front windshield because I used micro crystal clear. It would not hold. It kept popping off. You had a big gap here and it just would not hold, and it's the actually the curvature of the glass itself. It actually needs to be reformed, like with a hot gun, you know, just curve the plastic, and technically, honestly, it probably needs to be re-vacuum formed just to get more of a curve for the car itself. But anyway, I had to break out the 5-minute epoxy and just basically glue it in and just hold it there for 5 minutes so I could get the curvature of the glass and get a good fit on there. But anyway, you can't, a little messy on the inside, but you can't see the edges, so that's a good thing. Anyway, I got to clean off the windshield where got my finger stains, but anyway, I did get that on, so hopefully that will make it okay. I got the bumper on. I got to finish painting the little flare on the back, and then I started painting the braces that go on the back here, the two small ones, and then paint the front ones that go on the inside. I gotta look and see where they go exactly on the inside there, because to me, honestly, these kind of ruin the model. I mean, because you can actually see it, but anyway, you know, it's in there, but we'll get it on there. That's just my personal preference. But anyway, working on the grill, going to paint them black so I can super glue them on, because model glue just does not work with chrome. And then of course we're going to do some decals, and we'll try to get the hood done. But anyway, I had to continually fight the windshield here on the big petty car, so hopefully. And I gotta do a little cleanup and we'll be good to go on that. Anyway, that's where I stand on Mr. Pettycar. I'm gonna leave him right there. I'm gonna let the super glue cure. I didn't use any accelerator, I just let it do its magic. But anyway, that is where I stand on that. The Romulan Warbird. Mr. Microphone. We'll discuss that in a moment. The microphone here, this is basically for like Bluetooth and everything, which I had to learn the different stripes on the end of the cord there. But anyway, this should work, and this way I can have it around my head and don't have to have extra string all around and everything. But anyway, that's my game plan, so I'm going to try that today too, if time permits. The Warbird. I basically got everything down to subassembly. I stopped drilling out the holes in the back here. I was going to add it because there's supposed to be some here. I'm going to leave it. It's not really all that necessary. I mean, plus, you know, to me, there's different classes of ships, so you know, this one will just be just a tad bit different from everyone else. I did finish all the holes, and again, I skipped some because I think it's actually too much. I think what I've done so far is adequate, and it'll make it look good once it's lit up. Simple LEDs, just two of them with 5-minute epoxy. Just kind of did them at an angle, and I don't light block the inside. I let the plastic do its shine, and then I'll light block from the outside in, and that always works best for me anyway. That's the way I like to do it, and it gives it effect of, you know, decks in a ship. Anyway, there's a cool white in there, and then I did the green here, which most people would say, well, why don't you use like a strip? I don't like to use the strips anymore. Every time I've tried to use them, it always shorts out and never works out, and it usually goes up and flies against the wall. But anyway, we just took 4 green LEDs and just 5-minute epoxy, put them in. And then what I'm going to do is take a little bit of basically white paper, and I will glue them on the back here and make a diffuser or even styrene. It just depends, how I, whatever the mood swings. But one thing I'm going to have to change, the front here, I actually dipped these in red. I really shouldn't have, but I did. And really, I could strip them, but I'm going to skip it. These actually go on the front here. I'm going to take some of the clear sprue. I'm just going to whack it off and glue it on there, and then tint it green. And that way I can still have the curve, and it'll just look a lot cooler than me trying to fight it. And because I actually thought, this is me overthinking here, I actually thought these end caps of the nacelles were actually the thrusters for the bird of prey here, which it doesn't get one. But anyway, so what I want to probably end up doing is just take a little bit of clear plastic, put that on the back, and call it good. But anyway, that's just overthinking that. But anyway, so we're down to wiring the Warbird. So hopefully I want to try to get that mostly assembled, hopefully today, if not tomorrow. But anyway, that's where I stand on that. And up next, we are going to build a tank. And we are going to build Whitman's SO4 tank. And I am not going to probably not build a specific kit. And when I say, Tamiya, Atelier, it'd probably be a jumble of kits, because I'll probably piece it together, because I got some parts out there, and it's just easier if I did it that way than actually go get a kit, because we're going to get some aftermarket decals for the SO4, and the Whitman's marking on the barrel and all that. The one that he had, the winter camo, which it's basically, I call it a tiger yellow with a winter whitewash on it. So anyway, looking forward to that, and we'll start that probably really soon. If I don't kit bash this tank, I'm probably going to end up using a toy. And if I can find the toy one, I'll show everyone that. If not, we'll use kit parts anyway. Because, and I'll try to answer a question about aftermarket parts. Because you can get a aftermarket barrel for like a Tamiya, Atelier, whatever. It don't matter what brand the barrel, if anyone sends me aftermarket parts for, I mean, I can make it work on any kit. It's just you don't have to have one specifically for a specific model, if that makes sense. But anyway, we'll be starting the Tiger very soon. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. Very quick update. I got to go acquire the, which will probably be out of the ARC. We are trying to wire up the Warbird. Trying to do some more audio testing, make video clearer, and we are finally getting the windshield in the big petty car. So that's what I've got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.